The house at number 1 on this list has 600 full-time staff, 3 helipads on the roof, and a 6-floor garage for 168 supercars. And it's not even the most expensive mansion in the world. The most expensive one isn't owned by a billionaire at all. It's owned by a crown, and it's worth almost $5 billion. Top 10 most expensive mansions on Earth, from a $141 million Bel-Air mega mansion to a $4.9 billion royal palace. No fluff, let's go. Number 10, The One, Bel-Air, Los Angeles. Sold for $141 million. Originally listed at $295 million, this 105,000 square foot beast is the largest urban modern home ever built in America. 21 bedrooms, 49 bathrooms, a nightclub, a 4-lane bowling alley, a 400-foot moat that wraps around the property like a medieval castle, a 30-car garage, a beauty salon, a cigar lounge, and a sky deck so large the developer joked you could land a small plane on it. The crazy part, the developer went bankrupt building it. The mansion was so expensive to maintain it sold at auction for less than half its asking price. Even at a 50% discount, it became one of the most expensive home sales in American history. Number 9, Chotwell Estate, Bel-Air, sold for $150 million. You've seen this house even if you don't recognize the name. It's the mansion from the opening of the Beverly Hillbillies. 10.5 acres in the middle of LA, a 25,000 square foot main residence, a swimming pool the size of a small lake, formal French gardens modeled on Versailles, underground parking for 40 cars. Media mogul Jerry Perenchio owned it for decades. After his death, it hit the market at $245 million and eventually sold to Lachlan Murdoch. Land of this size simply doesn't exist anymore in Bel-Air. That's not a price for a house, that's a price for the last piece of a vanished Los Angeles. Number 8, Larry Ellison's Woodside Estate, California, around $200 million. Oracle's founder didn't just build a mansion, he built a 16th century Japanese village. 23 acres, 10 separate buildings. A man-made lake stocked with koi, a traditional tea house, a bathhouse, and beams hand-cut in Japan and shipped across the Pacific to be reassembled by Japanese carpenters on site. Ellison spends roughly 1% of his net worth on real estate. At his level, that 1% includes an entire Hawaiian island called Lanai. Compared to Lanai, the Woodside compound is basically his weekend cottage. A weekend cottage that cost more than most hedge funds manage in their first decade. Number 7, 1819 Kensington Palace Gardens, London, around $222 million. This is the London home of Steel King Lakshmi Mittal, on a street nicknamed Billionaires Row. Every house guarded like an embassy, every neighbor a billionaire. The mansion is carved from the same white marble used to build the Taj Mahal, shipped from the same Indian quarry. Inside, a Turkish bath, an indoor swimming pool, a jeweled chandelier room, and an underground garage that doubles as a private supercar gallery. Mittal bought it in 2004, and almost 2 decades later, it's still one of the most expensive private homes in Europe. In a city where £20 million already buys a palace, this place is in a different league entirely. Quick break, if you're still here, you're already in the top 5% of viewers who finish these. Drop a like, leave a comment with the number you'd actually live in, and if you want the Yachts and Private Islands episode next, hit subscribe. Back to the list. Number 6, Villa Les Cedars, French Riviera, around $450 million. 35 acres on the Cap Ferret Peninsula, possibly the most expensive square mile of real estate on the planet. 14 bedrooms, an Olympic-sized pool, stables for 30 horses, a private chapel, and a 25-acre botanical garden housing over 15,000 rare plant species. One of the largest private botanical collections on Earth. The villa was built in 1830, owned by the King of Belgium, then by the Marnier-l'Apostol family, Yes, the Grand Marnier-Liqueur dynasty. When it hit the market, Les Cedars briefly held the title of most expensive home in the world. The bear paid in full and then made it disappear from public view. You can't visit it, you can barely photograph it from the sea. Number 5, Whittenhurst, London, around for $150 million. Britain's second largest private residence after Buckingham Palace, sitting on 11 acres in Highgate. 65 rooms, 25 bedrooms, a 70-foot ballroom, a cinema, a spa, and the wild part, a 40,000 square foot basement excavated underneath one of the deepest private digs ever approved in London. The owner was a mystery for years, hidden behind a British Virgin Islands shell company. Investigative journalists eventually traced it to Russian fertilizer billionaire Andriy Guryev. Neighbors in Highgate complained for over a decade during construction. The finished Whittenhurst is now so private even Google Earth feels suspicious flying over it. Number 4. O'Dearn Tower Sky Penthouse, Monaco, around for $100 million. Not a mansion, a vertical palace, the top 5 floors of Monaco's tallest tower fused into a single residence. 35,000 square feet, 360-degree views of the Mediterranean, and the signature feature that put it on every magazine cover, an infinity pool with a clear water slide that spirals down the outside of the building. Inside, a private dance floor, a cinema, a library, a health club, and a separate floor just for staff. Monaco has the highest concentration of millionaires per capita on the planet, and this penthouse looks down on every single one of them, literally. It is the most expensive penthouse ever sold. Number 3, Villa Leopolda, French Riviera. Around $750 million. 80 acres above Villefranche-sur-Mer. 19 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a pool, a helipad, and gardens kept by a permanent staff of 50. The estate was built for King Leopold II of Belgium, passed through the Agnelli family of Fiat, and ended up with banking heiress Lily Safra. In 2008, Russian billionaire Mikhail Prokhorov agreed to buy Villa Leopolda for $750 million and then walked away from a €55 million deposit rather than complete the deal. That's the cost of cold feet at this level of the market. The villa stayed with Safra until her death and remains one of the most quietly guarded estates in all of Europe. Number 2, Antilia, Mumbai, around $2 billion. Home of Indian industrialist Mukesh Ambani, chairman of Reliance. 27 floors, but each floor is double height, so it's as tall as a 60-story building. For 100,000 square feet. A permanent staff of 600 people maintaining it around the clock. 3 helipads on the roof, a 6-floor garage for 168 cars. Antilia is the most expensive home on Earth that actually belongs to a single family. If you measure luxury by raw scale, this is the undisputed king, a dedicated floor just to service the cars. A private cinema, a ballroom, multiple swimming pools, a spa, a temple, and hanging gardens between the floors that look like vertical jungles. The whole tower is engineered to survive a magnitude 8 earthquake. Every floor has a different layout, no 2 rooms in the building are the same. Number 1, Buckingham Palace, London, around $4.9 billion. Technically the working headquarters of the British monarchy, but for this list it counts because it's still a residence. 775 rooms, 240 bedrooms. 78 bathrooms, 92 offices. 19 staterooms, and a 40-acre private garden in the middle of central London, land alone worth more than most skyscrapers. The palace has its own post office, police station, cinema, jeweler, chapel, and on-site doctor's surgery. It employs over 800 full-time staff. It is not for sale. It will never be for sale. And that's exactly why it tops the list. When something is priceless, you still have to put a number on it, and that number is $4.9 billion. The ultimate mansion on Earth isn't owned by a billionaire. It's owned by a crown. That's the top 10 from a $141 million Bel-Air mega build to a $4.9 billion royal palace. Tell me in the comments, which one would you actually live in? Number 4 in the sky, number 2 in Mumbai, or number 1 with the crown? I read every comment and the best answer gets pinned. If this video earned its place on your screen, do me one favor, like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who keeps saying money can't buy happiness. They clearly haven't seen number 2. Next episode, the most insane private islands on Earth, including one with a futuristic bunker built by a tech founder. See you there.